Meet us at the scoreboard.
8th and York and Quincy.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Muddy. I'm Ashley Conrad. Joining me today, Mark Christensen, with a huge event, right, that has always been huge for Quincy, and that is the Pepsi Little People's Golf Tournament.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to hold it again.
Yes.
Yeah.
So here is what I know about the Little People's Tournament. It is a huge event for Quincy. It brings in so many people. It's a huge event for golfers, young through their teen years, right?
Correct.
And it is the one thing that when I'm traveling, when I say Quincy, Illinois, that's how people associate us.
That's true. Yes. The event is right after Father's Day. We'll have registration on Father's Day. That's when it starts. Okay, and then the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday afterwards. So that's June 16th through the 19th.
Okay.
Things will be going on. It's been going. This is the 51st annual one.
51st.
Yep, that's
Holy
right. They had the
smokes.
50th anniversary last year, and Nan Ryan, who was the founder of the Pepsi Little Peoples, retired from the position last year, and she turned the Pepsi Little People's Foundation over to the Quincy Service Club to run going forward. All right, and I've been around a while, and so I know a little bit about the tournament and ran it for several years when I was out Westview. So they got me to volunteer to come and help again, and really looking forward to it. We've got a great turnout coming for this year. Right now, we're sitting at 227
Wow.
players right now, ages 3 through 18.
Oh, I didn't know it went that young.
Yeah, we go 3 through 18.
Holy smokes,
We'll
okay.
We'll be at the range at the KC, and they'll be the 3 through 7-year-olds will be there. There'll be two divisions, boys and girls there. And then the 8 through the 17-year-old girls will be playing at Westview Golf Course. And the 14 through the 18-year-old boys will be playing at Spring Lake Country Club.
Now, that's new, huh?
It is new and old.
Okay.
They used to be out there.
Okay.
We had huge numbers back in the late 90s, early 2000, and because the numbers went down, tournament got condensed
Sure.
into one golf courses, and now we're trying to expand it a little bit more. So we've got 96 players. We'll be playing out at Spring Lake Country Club. Those divisions are full, so ages 14 through 18 boys. There's a waiting list to play there.
Really?
But everywhere else, we're wide open. We got plenty of space, and
So people just register? They just get a hold of you or go online and register? Or how do you qualify to play? I don't know.
they go online to
Uh-huh.
littlepeoplesgolf.com, and the registration's online.
Okay.
So it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
All right, and then I send them a nice letter, and then they got to do a couple things that we're going to have online scoring this year.
Okay.
I have my own golf app, which basically mirrors the IHSA's golf app, which they use for scoring all their events. So a lot of the kids, especially the ones in Illinois, there's about 75% of the high school golf associations are using the same software I am. So this will be the first time that Little People's has been online scoring. So
Cool.
It's a big undertaking for me because I've never done an event this big with the online scoring. I've been using it, probably the biggest number I've had on the app is about 72. So right now we're hoping to get about 300. So once I get those people entered in the tournament, I'm trying to get them to get the app and
Lots of coordination.
oh yeah, there's a lot
Yeah.
of that going on. So
Yeah.
this is what we do. So this is something to keep me awake at night.
There you go. Yeah, but you're the man, right? You know what you're doing.
Sometimes,
So, yeah.
sometimes that's anyway. I'll try to at least bluff my way through.
There you go.
All right.
Sometimes that's all it takes. So we want to do a shameless plug for Mark Christensen Golf Academy, which, right?
Shameless plugs are good.
Yes, absolutely. So you do know what you're doing, and you are the right man to kind of run this event because it is big. It gets heads and beds, butts and seats in Quincy. So it's a great event for our local economy. It's a great event for these kids. I think it's really cool that this is one of the things that Quincy is known for. When you tell people that you're from Quincy, Illinois, they're like, "Oh, my son or daughter played Little People's."
I get it all the time whenever I travel.
It's so cool.
That's exactly. I got a really, really great email from a lady up in Wisconsin today, and I just opened it up before I walked in here, and she was responding to one of the newsletters that I sent out, and it looks to me like she just had been thinking about doing it all along, and then finally she just did it because it was a letter I sent back out in February, and she said that not all the kids are going to be pros,
Yeah.
okay, but there's not a day that goes by that she doesn't get excited about the fact that she's got her kid into golf. He played golf at Marquette, and he thanks her, I mean, like once a year, for getting him involved in golf. And it is an incredible sport. It
is.
Okay?
Yeah.
It teaches a lot of life lessons. I was in my practice bubble yesterday before the Iowa South Carolina game. I had a group of boys in there, and we went back and forth about the things that they loved about golf and how they got into the moment, and it was so cool when they were able to compete and think about nothing else, and they're just sitting there and it was just a total calm, and they all had big smiles on their face, and I said some profound things, and they listened, and we just had a great time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Golf is definitely a sport that I have great respect for. I'm terrible at it, but I have great respect for it because you definitely have to be in your mind, right? You have to be in the moment. So it is fun, but
That's
I'm
true
awful
if
at it.
if you're competing. Okay?
Yeah.
There's a million reasons to play golf. Okay. The guys in the room here, they're not into competing, but they have been known to have an adult beverage or two while they're on the golf course.
What? No, not these guys.
Maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
David, we just came by Good Friday, and I haven't talked to David Adam yet, but David usually just plays golf on Good Friday. That's his golf holiday, it's a great way to be with friends.
Yeah.
It's a great way to be with your wife or your significant other, whatever the case may be. But there's a lot of good reasons to play golf.
Yeah, great exercise. You feel it the next day.
That's true.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
true. I used to teach an adult education class for John Wood Community College, and it was a long class. It was like 90 minutes, and they had all these beginners, and a lot of them didn't have the stamina to be involved in hitting golf balls that long. So I had to come up with some ways to fill. And I asked them all the time, "Why are you doing this? Why do you want to get in this?" And the best answer I got was from a guy that says, "Any sport that allows me to drink beer, smoke cigars, and drive a golf cart, I want to be involved in."
Heck yes.
Okay, so it's
My kind of guy.
It's a pretty good gig.
It is.
So the golf courses we have around here are really good.
They are, yeah.
I would encourage everybody to enjoy this nice spring weather. I'm hearing nothing but good things about the condition of the golf courses. So get out, play golf.
Yeah.
And if you don't know how to play golf, call me.
Absolutely.
I'll help you.
Yeah. Yeah, and even, go out there and hack it. That's what I do sometimes,
that's
right?
fine.
But, no, definitely call Mark Christensen.
Harvey Pennick said, "If you play golf, you're my friend."
There you go.
So that's kind of a nice sentiment.
Perfect. So, one question, can spectators come out and watch this?
Well, we'd love that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is there a fee?
No, there's
No,
no fee. There's
just
no
come
fee to
out and check it
watch.
out.
Yeah. Come on,
That's
check us
excellent.
out. Yeah.
All right, dates again one more time.
Pepsi Little Peoples.
Yep.
June 16th through the 19th.
Okay.
Enter at at littlepeoplesgolf.com.
Gotcha. Cool. Any sponsors we want to shout out aside from, of course, Pepsi? Yeah.
Obviously. We've got all kinds of. The Service Club is out there scouring things here. R&R Golf is going to be a big sponsor. So is Discount Golf World. I'm going to leave somebody out.
That's all right.
Out here.
Yeah.
Don't
be offended.
Blessings involved. Let's see here. Benson Financial's involved. The new Pancheros and Sonic are involved. Which is, that was fantastic.
Yeah,
They just
that's
came into
awesome.
town and they're just jumping on the bandwagon.
yeah.
So
We love that support.
yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, I won't keep you
A
up.
couple days ago was National Burrito Day, so
Yeah, it was one of my favorite
I'm
days.
sure these guys partake.
Yeah. So golf with booze and burritos and can't go wrong.
Absolutely.
Right.
All right.
Well, Pepsi Little People's golf tournament, a great thing for Quincy, a great thing for golfers, and I appreciate everything you do for it. So,
Thank you.
All right. Coming up next, I sit down with DOB and we talk scams. Stay tuned.
Instant Replay is your local sports bar. With 18 big screen TVs, we have all the sports packages from college games to pro games. We offer daily drink specials and come check out the Bullpen, our newly renovated beer garden. Instant Replay, 2739 Chestnut in Quincy.
Welcome to the Abbey, a Quincy tradition. With 6 big screens, a new larger kitchen, and now more seating capacity, the Abbey is the place to be before, during, and after the big game. Come enjoy fan favorite appetizers, steaks, burgers, and a variety of daily food and drink specials. Can't join us? Carryout is available too. Now with a convenient drive-up window to better serve you. 1736 Spring in Quincy. Opens at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Come join all your friends at the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
The Tower, a great place to meet and eat. But did you know the Tower has one of the finest drink selections in our area? Along with its incredible Mexican menu, the Tower specializes in tequilas for every taste. Names like Patron, Cabo Wabo, and Hornitos. And don't forget the margaritas. On Mondays and Tuesdays, stop by and pick up a single topping pizza and get Tower margaritas to go. Enjoy the Tower at home or in our dining room, bar area, or the Tower's signature climate-controlled porch. The Tower Pizza and Mexican.
Are you looking for the perfect venue for your next special event? Check out Utopia Event Center. Utopia has a large banquet room and an awesome bar area, perfect for anything from birthday parties to formal corporate meetings. It also offers a photo booth, stage for a DJ or a live band, and a fully stocked bar, all for only $300. Check us out at utopiaeventcenter.com or call Barn at 217-430-6559 for more information. Utopia Event Center, 900 North 12th Street in Quincy.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
And welcome back. Now with me, my pal DOB. What's up, Don?
It's Eclipse Day.
It is. I know. And it's huge. We were just talking to Shane, our new muddy buddy, and he said that Cape Girardeau is just like packed, right? The hotels, they've been booked for years and years and years. So it's a big deal. And I think maybe, but maybe not as a good of a deal, right, is scams that are happening right now. I mean, I feel like from and they probably are happening with the eclipse. I would say that's a pretty wide open
what
space.
We saw in 2017 were maybe not necessarily because you looked up into the sun or anything like that, but the fact that people would buy Airbnbs or they'd buy a place to live and they didn't exist.
Yeah.
Or they were, false. The scammers will take what's ever happened in the news and try to do a scam around that.
Yeah. And I feel like it hits every aspect of our lives.
Yep.
From, I heard Bob say this morning on the little clip that he does now, which is awesome, by the way. Thank you, Bob. That it's affecting parents who are trying to send their kids off to summer camp. Come on.
You've got to research. Which,
that you would want to do that anyway. Your kids are involved. You want to make sure that it's a reputable place and that they have all of their licenses and certifications. But I just can't believe that they hit those aspects of our lives. And then buying a car, which should be like one of the most fun times, right? Albeit a little expensive anymore.
Exciting.
But yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Should be
Virtual
exciting.
vehicle vendor scams. And they happen even right here in the tri-states, right here in Quincy. We've had this. We just BBB really released a study about virtual vehicle vendor scams. It's an update of a study we did a couple of years back, and we found that these things really were prevalent during the pandemic. They waned a little bit, and now they're back on the upswing. And here in Quincy, we've seen a couple. The latest one, we had and I know David Adams has talked to a Quincy resident who was on Facebook Marketplace.
Yep.
Again, if you're going to be on Facebook Marketplace, you really need to know who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
And this person thought they were dealing with a friend. They saw this car, trying to buy it for their loved one, And this scam was a little different than what we normally see in that the Quincy resident was asked to put a down payment or kind of a deposit to hold it.
reservation?
To
Yeah.
hold it.
Yeah.
And they only lost $250. He had to put 10% down of the price of the car, which is $2,500.
Yeah.
So, they were in talking to the person. They said, "Man, I saw a couple red flags, but they just never really smacked me in the face." So, if you are going, whether it's buying a car online or whatever it might be that you're doing in life, and you see a red flag and you think, "Hey, this might not be the real deal,"
Yeah.
that's when you really have to double down and go into it. So,
Trust your gut.
we see the losses, the median losses when you actually go to purchase a vehicle are about $12,000, which was reported to our BBB scam tracker. So, the fact that our Quincy person only lost $250 is it stinks for them, but it could have been a lot worse.
Right.
So, the number one thing, and I guess I'm kind of old school, have you ever purchased a vehicle online without seeing it or test driving it or doing anything like that?
Yeah.
You have.
Yeah, so it was from a car dealer in Peoria, and it was a well-known car dealership,
Okay,
right? So
certainly.
I went on there and was like, basically conducted the whole transaction, and then they delivered the car, right?
Okay.
Which I think that was really convenient at the time, but I don't know that I would trust.
You don't know if you'd do that again.
No.
No.
No, especially not in today's environment, because
Yes.
I've had this car for years and years, but in today's environment, you just don't even know if you're on the website that it says you're on.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you were dealing with what you at least did your research and you thought, okay, well, this car dealership is reputable. I know that dealership is there.
Yeah.
And we know they're the real deal.
Yeah. You were hoping I would say no, right? Because
I just figured you didn't because
No.
You know.
See, here's the thing. Even if it weren't a reputable place, it's just, this stuff happens to everybody.
Yes.
So, yeah.
We want you to touch it. We want you to feel it. We want you to get
Yes.
behind the wheel and take a test drive. That's that's maybe a little bit antiquated, but it's the best way for you not to get duped in something like this.
Yeah,
Now
especially
that's not
for
to
big
say that
purchases.
just because you test drive a car, it's going to be good and everything. Because we get a lot of complaints about people, especially who buy from the as-is car lots, and the car might be good when they buy it, and then 3 days later the
Yeah.
transmission falls
Total
out of it or
lemon.
something. Yeah. So. But with these scams, they want you to act in the heat of the moment. They want you to, like this guy saw a good deal. The price of the car was a little bit less than what he was, because he had been looking for something in that range, and it was priced a little less than he normally thought it would be. So
Yeah.
he decided to go for it. And it turned out that the friend on Facebook that he had, that person had their account hacked.
Yeah.
And the scammers were using that to run these
So
scams.
what could he have done differently?
Well, the thing he could have done differently was reach. I mean, if you're dealing with a friend, reach out to that. Maybe even call him, because he never
Yeah.
had any type of. You and I are talking face to face.
Right.
We're actually. I could call you on the phone if you'd give me your number.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. And actually, talk to you.
Yes,
Talk to
yes.
him. That would have been a great thing to do, but
Right.
it was all done electronically.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Again,
that's what you do. Or any scam anytime that you get hooked up with something through social media and you think you're dealing with someone who
Yeah.
it's best to reach out to that person. We're really worried now about, and I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, but we're worried about artificial intelligence and how AI is going to be in scams, and we
Yeah.
worry especially about the grandparents scam in that. And if you get a message or some type, even a phone call from a loved one, where maybe they've, your voice is on here all the time.
Yeah.
I've been on here enough. Well, I'm going to be, it'd be easy for those people to manipulate your voice
Yeah.
and to possibly call your husband or a family member or something and act like you're in some type of peril.
Right.
I would hope that they would
Freaky.
then,
That's freaky.
it is freaky.
Yeah.
And, in that spot, we'd say, hey, make sure you actually call the person back and say, hey, are you okay? What's going on?
Right.
Rather than just acting in haste and sending whatever money they want you to send.
Right. And in our family, and I'm not saying this would work for everybody, but we have a secret word.
Yeah, there you go. That's perfect.
That you don't tell anybody, but your kids, my mom, my mother-in-law. So that way, we know that our kids are safe if something like this were to ever happen, or if somebody goes to pick them up.
Yeah,
and
that's
they're like,
perfect.
"Oh,
And you
yeah."
say, what's the magic word to that
Yeah.
person? And when they can't come up with it, well, then that's,
Yes.
it's fake.
Yeah. So, not saying that again that works for everybody,
No,
but
that's-
it
that's
is.
it's a great idea.
Yeah. So, but it does happen to everybody, and it seems like it touches every aspect of our lives anymore, and it's really unfortunate. Yeah, like we said, an exciting time. Sending your kids to summer camp, buying a new car, buying a new house, going to see the solar eclipse. I mean, it seems like they just kind of they find opportunity anywhere, and we have to do our due diligence to make sure that we're not the next victim.
Sadly, you have to keep your guard up.
Sucks. But that's why we have you, so that you can keep us in the know.
Yes.
Right?
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, you're the best. So if somebody wants to learn more about this scam or any other, or to see what others are out there, where would they go?
Certainly. Obviously, we released a full study on this virtual vehicle vendor scam, which you can find at bbb.org, or give me a call at my office here in Quincy at 217-209-3972, and I can look up a lot of stuff for
Yeah,
you.
you'll help them out.
Yep.
Excellent. DOB, always great seeing you.
Hey,
Always
thanks for having
terrible
me.
talking about these scams, but again, we like to be in the know. So,
Thanks.
yeah. All right, that does it for today's Daily Muddy. We'll catch you back here tomorrow for Coffee Talk. See you then.
Muddy River News. Our home, our news.